Hello everybody, Edgar Fernandez from Safefficient Limited. The topic of today of this video and podcast is data assessment in talent recruiting. The recruiting time has increased from 28 days in 2010 to 68 days in 2016. So the companies have increased the recruiting time in 40 days in 6 years. Why is the reason? Why we are doing that? What is the reason why? As in my previous articles, I described how important it is to conduct data analysis in areas like risk, quality, safety, marketing, sales. So therefore, recruiting is not the exception. It's not accepted. We need to start assessing data. What is going to give you that data? For example, in marketing, they use it to identify trends, paths, and market behaviors. So in the recruiting, it's going to be the same. You need to identify those paths, those trends, and those behaviors for the potential candidates. That is knowledge. And many companies have taken knowledge very seriously. Therefore, they have started conducting data analysis. So what happens when you don't assess data, you don't identify those paths, trends, and behaviors? Well, there is going to be a miscommunication between recruiters and hiring managers. You're going to still using the same recruiting technique or method since 1934, and it has, unfortunately, still happening. Also, there are resumes sitting for weeks in the hiring manager's inbox because you're still thinking that the society, the candidates, the people who are outside are still thinking the same. Gap between the hiring profile and who needs to be hired. So doesn't match what you want in terms of a person and in terms of what that's going to be the scope of the position. So sometimes I'm seeing that the job descriptions are on a technician level, and now you want a professional candidate. That doesn't match, for example. Looking for the ideal candidate instead of the real one. Remember, there is no ideal candidate. Inclusive the right candidate won't have all the skills and all the knowledge that you are looking for, because in reality we are not perfect and we are still learning. That's one of the keys that companies they need to look for: who's able and have the passion and willing to learn. Some organizations, they have already started assessing this data in 5 categories. So now it's where to recruit, where I can get the right talent. It's in the it's demographics, company information, performance, professional history, and tenure. That's the 5 components that at least companies are start using as to assess information. What's gonna be the benefit? Well, they're gonna help you to identify the commonalities and who's gonna be the high performance and who's gonna be the low performance. Also, it's gonna help you to be realistic and accurate in your job descriptions. Also, the second benefit is that you're gonna eliminate assumption. Search for performers. 5% of the high performers can do 95% of the job required. Influence people. They can influence people, strong team players, strong emotional intelligence, and hyper productive. In this picture, I posted Brendan Bouchard. Personally, and in my opinion, he's a good coach on this. He has written a book, actually. This is called The High Performers. And this book is he searched for 5 years. He interviewed people, artists, vice presidents, presidents, athletes, etc., that who were performing at a high level, and he found the 5 character or the 5 skills or the 5 fields that the high performer needs to develop, he needs to master. So search for high performers. And another thing that the data assessment is gonna benefit to you is to eliminate the noise and bias. So organizations now, they receive around 250,000 resumes per year. That's a lot of resumes. But this technology at the same time has been ineffective, and it's not because of the technology, it's because of the input of the information has been putting into. One of the things with independent recruiters or human resources has been that it's been found that they don't link the goals of the company with the profile of the position and the human talent. If you see descriptions nowadays, it's only a job description, doesn't say anything about the company, what goals they want to achieve, what is the current state of the company, what is the market, etc. They force you to go to the web page, but really the web page doesn't say too much about this. So you need to link, you need to make the biggest impact the first time, like you are asking for the rest of it needs to be well written down in various specific matter. What is the same for you as a recruiter on HR? That now the candidates, they ask for something more objective, but they can find the information right away. So you are selling actually your company as well. You are selling that somebody wants to come, wants to come to work with you. And now it's difficult. I would say 95% of the job descriptions, they don't have that. It's still just it's the same format as at least 10 years ago. Hasn't changed a lot. Brand ambassadors. You need to start using your own employees as a brand ambassadors. So they're gonna help you to the recruiting process because now potential candidates, they can talk to them and start asking questions. That's gonna help the candidate to proceed with the process, the recruiting process, or is gonna leave the process because he's not convinced. And it's gonna be very beneficial for you because at the end, in the last step of the interviews or the recruiting process, you're gonna have the potential candidate that's gonna be the right one, not that about it. Why? Because during this process, it's gonna help you to bring credibility and trust within these candidates, the high performance, and your company as well. Few organizations have started this type of process and they are having great results. Many of the companies that you can see they started using unexpected channels. According to Netflix and LinkedIn, millennials, for example, they get 38% of the information from podcast. So they are avid to listen to and learn from these type of platforms as well. So creating your own podcast or snaps or pictures about the company, culture, talent, project projection, or the topics is going to help you a lot. And some of them, they are using that Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, all that, Amazon, and especially companies that they are emerging, especially in the technology industry. For example, here in Canada and Kitchener-Waterloo, you can see these type of companies that are using this platform to promote themselves, how great culture they have. And I remember that I saw one of the job descriptions that caught my attention right away, and the questions they were asking for, and the goals of the company really actually invites you to work for those guys, and they wake the desire to work with them. It's because now they understand these type of things, and that's the new way to post jobs in the market. So don't be afraid. Start using this platform. There is nothing wrong, and actually you're gonna start seeing the benefit. Marketing and selling strategies. You can organize launch and learn sessions. Some of these companies actually they create a lot of learning platforms, so you can learn from them on the technology they have developed or the trends of the industry. So they create videos, they create articles, podcasts, etc. They attract you to obviously you listen to them, And one day, why not? They say you're gonna have the desire of work for these type of companies because they promote so well. They sell the company as a brand, and now you're gonna have a lot of people a lot of people want to work for you. Remember, nowadays, people, not only the millennials, they are looking for something where they can make the biggest impact, where they can impact the society or their employees, and where they can see that the job is going to be valuable and appreciated. That's now this type of the behaviors that they are in the market. And sometimes actually they say that in LinkedIn, for example, sometimes they go to your web page and when they don't see that this web page doesn't show the passion of the company, they don't even apply. And now, as you can see, candidates that didn't happen before. Before I remember it when I just graduated in many years ago, we wanted to work for these big companies. Nowadays, people, young generations, they don't think in that way at all. Not even my generation, not even all the baby movers. Believe it or not, they want to make the impact. They want to see where they can work, they can have contribute with their peers, establish a leadership path, all those type of things. And you don't find that in your web page, um, they don't apply. So now because this new technology, new generation that is empowered by social media, by social platforms, they can find the information and they don't feel it, they don't apply. That's the reality. I'm not saying that you can find it in LinkedIn, McKinsey and Company. You can find out many studies about this, and is that the reality? For example, this one. What is the most essential and long-lasting trends? Well, 39%, 39% they are using social and professional networks to recruit people. So LinkedIn, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and they have all type of information and brand that they can use these sites or these type of promotions and attract talent. 38% is employer branding, like I said, like launch and learn and or use ambassadors, for example. Okay, you're gonna recruit somebody, so let them to talk to the current employees and see what happened. They're gonna start asking questions. By the way, don't penalize what type of questions they ask. I mean, the candidates have the right to do that. And believe me, like I said, they're gonna build. You start building the trust and the credibility. And also, if they see that, you're gonna encourage them to continue with the process. So your opportunities to hire the right talent, they're gonna increase right away, drastically. 20% of the companies they find better ways to source passive candidates. Yeah, like headhunters, searching on profiles and LinkedIn, etc. Those they are still working for sure. No, there is not a problem on that. 26% of the companies they have employee referral programs. So you are working with a company and you know somebody, so you can refer this person and they give you points or yeah type of prices, etc. So as you can see now, the market balance all the strategies to find the right talent, and yeah, some of them they are, or many of them they are having success, and it's very important to have it right. So all these numbers actually they come from data analysis. So in conclusion, as if you know better what's going on in the market of recruiting, instead of having how talent is thinking, what are they are looking for, where they are looking for jobs, what they are looking for, you're gonna get a very, you're gonna start having success. But also on the launch and learning, you can ask what they want from the companies. That's only the problem that we have nowadays. We don't ask. Having assessing the data, you're gonna some assumptions that we do a lot, and there's a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Why? Because we don't want to analyze data. But remember, times have changed and we need to adapt. If not, the market is going to force you to adapt either way. So that's the thing that's going to happen. Hopefully this podcast and video helps you to understand a little bit how the data is very important to assess or analyze to recruit people. Remember, you are branding your company, so therefore you need to do the marketing. What is marketing? Marketing is not campaigns. Marketing is analyzing data. The most successful marketing agencies, they're strong. They are strong in analyzing data. Therefore, you can do the same in your company. And after that, you can launch campaigns. Pretty much is now selling and teaching what the people want from that data that the marketing got before. Hopefully, like I said, I helped you this a little bit. Thank you very much. See you on the next video and podcast. Have an excellent day. Bye.